Lauren Siegfried here, joined with our head cross-country coach, James Snyder. And you've got the American Athletic Conference Championships coming up. We're hosting them. So we decided, let's get some fresh air, get out of the city, and take a tour of the course.
No, we're excited to show you the trails. Let's check them out.
Let's go. All right, quick look at the course.
Yeah, so right now we've got over here our 8K map, which is the men's course. We don't have the 6K map up here, but it actually follows a lot of the same course that you're gonna see in the women's 5K. What we're looking at out here, kind of the front field, Flagpole Hill coming up and around, is all grass. And then on the map here where we enter the woods, it turns to a crushed gravel surface. So we're gonna check that out here in a second, just so you can see the changes in terrain. I think that's one of the things that makes our course unique. And that's what true cross country is, right? It's different surfaces, different hills. Where the Midwest and the South, it's a lot of flat golf courses. There's not Belmont, there's not Philly. People always joke around with us and say, it's a real cross country course because the hills have names. This is true Northeast cross country. And yeah, it's gonna be an advantage for us.
All right, let's go.
So now we're entering the gravel stretch. This is where it gets real.
And this is just a tiny hill in the bigger scheme of things.
Oh yeah, we're about to hit Parachute Hill, which the men and women hit just after the 1 mile mark on each of the courses. But this is probably the most iconic hill on the course. Ooh. And the most challenging stretch of terrain. Doesn't really finish when we get here either. As we kind of round the turn and head up.
I'm exhausted just looking at this.
Get a chance to see what we're dealing with out here. But we're gonna pop down right now. Even the downhills have names. We call this Suicide Hill for obvious reasons. It's a pretty abrupt down, very quick, kind of turny, and you're coming right off of a hard uphill climb, so you've got to be really strong through your lower body.
So then when you go down, you just let your legs kind of fly, or what?
Yeah, let gravity do the work. But in order to let gravity do the work effectively, you've got to be strong enough through your lower body in order to handle it. Our boys squat, our women deadlift, we power clean. I think it's going to provide an advantage for us where we're a little bit more suited for this sort of terrain and kind of the uneven spots that we're running. Into the woods here, you're also heading away from the finish line, which I think is also a unique aspect of our course. When we get about 200 meters down the road, you're the furthest point geographically from where the finish is, and it also falls in the middle of the race when mentally people tend to be collapsing. So it puts us in a unique spot where you are far away from the finish, both literally and figuratively.
So going off of that, what's going through your head at this point in the race, probably?
Yeah, during this point in time, I've talked with our team about sort of utilizing this area to kind of group up, find each other, pack together. Cross country is really the purest team sport where we're going to depend on 5 runners who are going to score in order to determine our finishing place. So it's just really important to kind of link up, run as a pack, find one another. Because on our course too, there's a lot of, as we've seen already, some abrupt ups, some abrupt downs. It gets a little bit windy where you can kind of lose sight of the people in front of you. And it's a challenge mentally to be able to locate one another and find each other's position.
On the course now?
We're just at the top of Nursery Hill, which is really kind of the last climb we have on the course. On the ladies' race, this puts us about 1.5 miles from the finish. From the guys' side, it's about a mile out. So we actually just a mile.
And this is kind of the final oomph at the very end that you have to give it your all, right?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we talked about kind of like the final oomph a handful of times, given where our course is. But this stretch right here is, we're working our way back to the finish line right now. You've kind of come up your last climb, really, before you exit the field and have one more to finish. We're gonna head out of the woods and we'll pop up and drive sort of the last hill here, Flagpole Hill. In the men's race, we run Flagpole 3 times. In the ladies' race, they run it twice. So you exit the woods the final time, and you kind of make the hard right-hand turn, and we end where we started, overlooking the skyline. You can see City Hall, you can see the Philadelphia Zoo, a little bit of everything through here as we kind of wrap things up.
All right, Coach, thank you for showing me around your neck of the woods, literally. We're excited. American Athletic Conference Championships, October 28th.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys are racing at 10 a.m., the women race at 10:50, right here on the trails that we just got a chance to check out. So it's going to be, an exciting day for Temple. It's the first conference meet we've hosted in the American, so we're looking forward to showing off the city and our team.
Okay, so we'll see you then, and hopefully we'll see you then.